if we live in the light of the resurrection, Alan, how do our lives change? I mean, you spoke about some of that,
Yeah,
particularly, it's such a great promise, Alan, that nothing is wasted in it, right? If the
nothing,
resurrection is true, nothing is wasted, no
nothing,
matter how painful, right?
no matter how painful.
I remember 23 years ago, my dad passed away. I miss him every day, but with the resurrection, I have a hope of seeing him, right?
Right. Yeah.
So our loved ones, they're not lost, right? If they are in Christ, right? So give us a few ways that the resurrection impacts us, even today.
When we internalize the truth of the resurrection, it causes us to then look for opportunities where God is at work or where God may
Mm,
want to be at work, right?
right,
We may find ourselves in, quote unquote, dead situations,
right.
and God may want to work a miracle through us, right? But if we don't have a resurrection mindset,
Hmm.
then we won't be looking for resurrection results.
Oh, that's so good.
And so it really, since writing this and even leading up to writing it, I mean, I felt a burden to write this book. So again, so that people can understand the big picture, right? This doesn't um, substitute us reading the Bible, but this serves as a springboard to help us to dive into that story, which is the Bible, right? That true story, the
Mhm.
truest story of all. And so it really helps. I know it helps me
Right.
that when I'm in situations that I'm more open to the possibility, okay, God, how do you want to use me in this particular situation? Is there anything that you want to say to me to say to somebody else? Is there anything that you want to do through me for someone else? Right. And so I find myself at times when I'm interacting with other people, and even when I'm dealing with my own issues, and the situation seems bleak, like there's no hope. No, there's the resurrection, right? So,
Mhm.
God, is there anything you want to do in this particular moment, right? And that's a whole different shift in mindset, in heart.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like you said, it's a resurrection mindset. It's a resurrection principle. If God raised his son from the dead, there is nothing impossible for him, right?
Right? So the only issue then is his will, right? Is this your will to do something miraculous, or to intervene in this particular situation, right? Because it may or may not. But if we don't have a if we don't internalize the reality of Christ's resurrection, we don't even look for the opportunity for God to do something amazing in our midst. We just try and operate within our own skills, talents, abilities, right,
Right,
at an earthly level.
right.
And there are times, because there have been situations in my own life where God has done things way beyond my physical capability, that it was a sure enough
Right.
intervention.
Hmm.
And that's because of the resurrection.